Hey everybody, welcome to the webinar. My name is Worre, and today I'm going to show you exactly what to say when you encounter a network marketing hater without getting upset, without scrambling your words, without running away ever again. Now I'm guessing for a lot of you this is probably not your first webinar. The first thing that I want to mention is that you've been struggling with converting a hater or even talking with a hater in the past. It's not your fault. All the feedback and people telling you what to do can be confusing and sometimes keep you from success, and it's okay. If you've been concerned and scared in the past with encountering a hater, I want to put those fears to rest. You can do this. You just need the right person to tell you what to say, and guess what? I'm the right person. Many of the haters out there want you to think that nothing you say could ever change their mind. They're totally set in stone. But I'm here to tell you they're wrong. You can succeed in converting them. That's what we're here for. I know you have a dream to grow your business and make an impact on the world, and I want to show you how to make that happen during this webinar. For those of you who've never run into a network marketing hater, first of all, hang on, they're coming. But this webinar is going to prepare you for when that time comes, so you don't lose out on a prospect. And for those of you who've already encountered a hater or two or 100, this webinar is going to help you see what you can do differently next time so you can have better success. My goal, if you stay to the end of this webinar, is to not only give you the process to deal with network marketing haters, but I'm going to give you an exclusive offer to learn my secret formula to dealing with every possible objection your prospects could possibly throw at you. So, turn off your cell phone, close the other tabs in your browser, get rid of all distractions and pay attention. If you don't pay attention, you're going to miss out on a lot of important information, and none of what I say today is going to help you. Now, some of you might be wondering, who is this guy? Why should I listen to him? I've been a leader in the network marketing profession for 30 years. As a distributor, I built organizations totaling over 500,000 distributors in more than 60 countries around the world. I've earned more than $15 million as a distributor. And now today, I'm one of the most sought after trainers and consultants in network marketing. I'm probably best known as the author of the international bestseller, GoPro, 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional, which has sold over 2 million copies around the world. And I've dedicated my life, really, to empowering network marketing entrepreneurs like you to reach new levels of success. But I wasn't always a top earner and successful entrepreneur. In fact, when I first started out as a distributor, I had to rebuild my business 7 times before I finally started seeing some success. 7 times. So if you've ever struggled, I know what it's like. I know how scary it is to run into a network marketing hater. When it first happened to me, I froze up. When it kept happening, I would just freeze up. But now when it comes to dealing with network marketing haters, I'm solid. It took some time, but I cracked the code, and I can help you crack it too. Now, I actually get excited today when I run into a network marketing hater. I love it because I know exactly how I'm going to respond to them. And I know that I have no reason to be afraid because first, I know why they are a hater in the first place. My belief is stronger than their belief. I care about them. And finally, I've developed the skills to do this professionally. So let's get into it. The first step in dealing with haters is understanding why they're haters in the first place. Most of the time, they've got a story. Either it's a personal story or it's a story of somebody they know. They got involved in network marketing and didn't live up to their expectations. And here's what happens with the story. I hear it all the time. Sometimes they got involved and the company went out of business. Sometimes they got involved and their upline didn't treat them the way that they thought they should have treated them. Sometimes they got involved and they got no support whatsoever. Other times they get involved and they thought the product was going to sell more and it didn't. Or they got involved and they thought they were going to be able to recruit more people and they couldn't. And whether it's their story or it's somebody else's story, rather than take responsibility for that situation, they just paint the entire profession with one brush And because of that story, they create an emotional kind of wall between them and network marketing in the future. So when they're approached with it, they just come with aggression, they come with emotion. And anytime they come to you with emotion, they have a story. It's either their story, it's a friend's story, it's a family member's story. So a story, I understand that there's a story behind this emotion, and that's very, very helpful for me to be able to understand and help them at least get a better picture for what network marketing really is, okay? And we can build a relationship. Other times, they've had people try to recruit them before and it made them feel uncomfortable. Just the process of being badgered, the process of people using cheesy language. It's easy, the product sells itself, everybody's going to the top. It all sounds too good to be true. And we're guilty of this inside of network marketing, over-exaggerating the network marketing success and experience. And it just doesn't get past the filters in the average person's mind. An intelligent person just goes, you know what? This sounds too good to be true. So it probably is too good to be true. It sounds a little sketchy. You know, your product sells itself. That doesn't sound right. It's easy and everybody's making money. That doesn't sound right. Right? It just doesn't fit, you know, as far as living up to this expectation that everybody's bragging about, talking about all over the place. Or you have somebody who's broke, who's pitching you, oh, you can make a lot of money at this. It's just weird, right? So maybe that happened to them and it turned them off. Maybe it happened over and over and over because they're a person of influence and people think, oh, if that person got involved, they'd be amazing. Well, if that happened over and over and over, it would build a bad taste in some people's mouth. And they just said, you know what, let me just stop this conversation now. We don't need to talk about network marketing. I'm not interested. And finally, maybe they've just heard about it and it doesn't fit their model of business in the world. Maybe they were just been trained to grow up, get an education, get a job, go to work for somebody else, fit inside of the whole economic ecosystem around the world. And entrepreneurship is something that is just outside of their realm of what they're comfortable doing. Their story, their model is to work for somebody else. Maybe that's the reason why they're like, no, I'm not interested in going into business for myself. So one, they could have a story, their background, you know, experienced in themselves or somebody else. Two, maybe they were approached in a cheap or cheesy way and it made them feel uncomfortable. Or three, it just doesn't fit their model of success. So once I understood that everyone has a story, it made it much easier for me to handle the interaction on an emotional level. So just understanding is a big thing. And I hope that this conversation helps you understand why a person might be a hater in the first place, okay? The second step is just an overall level of personal belief in network marketing. Just because somebody else has a negative opinion about our profession doesn't make it true. Here's what's true. Network marketing isn't perfect, but if you have an entrepreneurial bone in your body, it's better than any other form of entrepreneurship available to the average person, period. End of story. You cannot win this argument on the facts. Here's the truth. For the average person, for $1,000 or even less, they can get into a business, have an incredible support system, have all kinds of things taken care of for them. Product, warehousing, shipping, everything, all the traditional difficult parts of starting a business, the financial part, the infrastructure part, the employees part, the regulatory part, the accounting part, all of that stuff is taken care of. So for the average person, network marketing isn't perfect. Of course not. It's challenging. There's haters out there that don't understand it. There's people that this doesn't fit their model of success. Of course, it's not perfect. It's an emotional business because we'd have to deal with haters from time to time. But it's better. It's better. And the average person in the United States, for example, spends $65,000 to start a traditional small business. They typically take their life savings, they borrow from friends and family, put their families at enormous risk. 50% of those are out of business in 12 months. 80% are out of business in 5 years. In 10 years, 94% are defunct. That's the real world, even though when people are in business for themselves, we respect that. So here's the thing. If you know people that have an entrepreneurial drive and haven't expressed that through traditional business, network marketing is the place for them to be able to take that first step, to be able to see if they have the chops to be able to promote a business, to number one, sell products and services to people, valuable products and services to customers. Number two, to build a network of other people doing the same thing. And three is to improve the productivity of the network. That's what we do inside of network marketing. So if you're solid, if your posture's right, it's going to make a big difference when it comes to a network marketing hater. Huge difference. The third step for being able to overcome a network marketing hater is to actually care about them. And I really do care about them. When somebody comes to me with big emotion, what I know is behind that emotion, there's some pain. Behind that emotion, there is some hurt. And if I can be a friend and I can take them from being in a place where maybe they were hurt or upset or in pain or frustrated, or maybe just they didn't know, they were unclear what the network marketing profession really is, and that's our fault. We've done a lot of over-exaggerating inside of network marketing that has not helped us when it comes to making our case to the world. So I care about them. It's not important to me, and it never has been, whether a person joins my business or not. And it shouldn't be important to you whether they join your business or not. But what should be important to you is that you focus on education and understanding, that you educate them to the point that they understand what it is that we have here. They'll make a decision, yes or no. But you don't need to argue with them to educate them. You don't need to lecture them to educate them. There's a better way to educate them. And I want to teach you how to do that. The final process of working with a hater is you just need to know what to say. I'm going to give you a magic formula on what to say. As soon as I find myself in a conversation with a hater, I say, hold on, you have a story. What happened? You know, a person comes and says, oh, network marketing is a bunch of crap. It's not real. It's not even legal. Just don't even talk to me about that stuff. Or they say, is this network marketing? Please save your breath. Right? You ever had that? I have many times. Then I'm saying, hold it. What happened? You got a story. Was it you? Did you get involved? Was it somebody you know? What happened? I'm super curious. Forget about the business for a second. Just tell me what happened. I want to know. And sometimes they're going to try and resist by saying, no, I don't have a story. I just don't like it. But the truth is they can't have that much of an emotional reaction without a story. So I just keep pushing to hear it. And I've heard all kinds of stories. Company went out of business and network marketing's crap. Product didn't sell and that it was, I don't believe in it. The people were rude inside of the organization. They kept bossing me around and telling me what to buy and telling me what to do, and I didn't like them. I didn't get any support from anybody. They told me they was going to give me all kinds of support, and then they didn't. I thought a whole bunch of people were going to join. They didn't join, right? So what do I do as I hear their stories? I listen, I ask questions for clarity, and I relate to them. So let's say, for example, they say, well, I got involved 5 years ago. You want to know my story? Fine, I'll tell you my story. I got involved 5 years ago, and the company went out of business. And I'm going, oh, man. How long were you with the company before they went out of business? 6 months. Oh, how many people did you talk to about the company? I talked to a lot of people. Oh, man, I'm so sorry. That had to be hard on your reputation. You put your reputation on the line when you put your name and you attached your name to that company. And then that company wasn't able to be successful. Not all companies are, but that company wasn't able to be successful. God, I'm sorry. That had to be embarrassing with you and the people that you exposed it to. What about the people who joined? Were they mad at you? Anybody mad at you? Yeah, some people were mad at me. oh man, I'm really sorry about that. So I'm listening, I'm asking questions for clarity, and I'm relating to them. I'm empathizing with them. Let's say the product, they say to me, well, they told me the product would sell. I got some product. They told me the product would sell and it didn't sell. So I'm like, well, explain more about that. What was the process? What did you do to try and sell the product? Did you actually go do some presentations? Was it, you just post some stuff online? What happened? And I have them give me some examples of, so I understand what was going on. And then I go back and like, wow, okay. First of all, I'm sorry. It looks like they led you to believe that the product sells itself. And we probably both know by now, no product sells itself. That's why there's so much advertising in the world. That's why there's so much marketing, so many salespeople in the world. Products don't normally sell themselves, right? So it sounds like, they gave you an impression that it was free money. And, we both know it's not free money. So I relate to them, right? So let's say they say, well, they told me they were going to help me. They signed me up. They told me they were going to help me, and then I never heard from them again. Is that a common objection? Absolutely. People get upset about that. And I'm like, oh, they led you to believe that. And I'm sorry that they led you to believe that, number one, they were going to be the key to growing your business, because we both know that if you're growing a business, you've got to be the one growing the business. But if they promised to be there for support and they weren't, that sucks. I'm sorry you had that experience. I'm sorry you had that bad taste in your mouth, right? Or let's say they say everybody said no. I talked to everybody and I thought people would join and everybody said no. So nobody joins this stuff, it doesn't work. I said, well, just for clarity, and I'm not arguing with you, because that's not a fun experience when you go out and people say no, I get it. But let me ask you, was it, how many people did you talk to really that said no? And usually, they'll tell me, I talked to, my friends and family. I talked to 5 people, 10 people. And we just kind of get to the root of it, the fact that they, that without accusing them of anything, that maybe they didn't give it as much of a chance as they should have or could have given a real business. If they'd invested $100,000, they would have given it more time, but they invested $500, so they didn't give it much time. So I asked them questions, I listen to them, and I relate, okay? And then I ask them the magic question. And the magic question is, if I, would you? If I, would you? And let me explain. I'll give you a few specific examples that will kind of pull all this together, right? I come to a person and I go to Bob and I say, Bob, and we start having a conversation. He says, is this network marketing? And I'm like, yeah, it's network marketing. He said, stop, save your breath. I'm not interested. I'm like, hold it, Bob. You've got a story. What happened? Was it you? Did you get involved before? Was it somebody in your family? Was it a friend? What happened? He said, oh, no, nothing happened. I'm just not interested. I said, come on, Bob. Forget about the business for a second. I'm just super curious. What happened? Tell me. Was it you? Did you get involved? He said, yeah, I got involved. How long ago? 7 years ago. And what happened? What gave you this bad taste in your mouth? He said, well, I got involved. 6 months later, company went out of business. And I was, I had to deal with all the fallout of this nonsense. So, company went out of business. Network marketing, in my opinion, hurt my reputation, so I'm done. Like, oh man, I'm so sorry. And I relate. I'm so sorry that that happened to you. That had to really hurt, especially your reputation, the people that put their trust in you. And I understand, I get it, that that some of that hurt can be pointed at network marketing. But let me ask you a question. When I looked at this, I wasn't the biggest fan of network marketing either, because I've heard about all this stuff. But when I looked at it, one of the things I looked at was how long the company was around, and was the company in good standing and all that kind of stuff. But I realize that not in every profession, not every company is going to be around for forever. You know, companies go out of business sometimes. They're mismanaged sometimes. They don't have enough money sometimes. They don't have a good enough product idea sometimes. That stuff happens every single day in business, right? He said, yeah. I said, let me ask you a question. Do you think it was network marketing that let you down? Or maybe it was just that company that wasn't managed right? He said, well, it was the company, for sure. I said, well, let me ask you a question. Now to if I would you. If I could show you how to evaluate network marketing again, maybe give it another chance, evaluate it again, and do enough due diligence that you were certain that this company had a long-term future. If I could show you an opportunity that had stability, that had a track record, would you be willing to take another look? If I did, would you? And 9 times out of 10, he'll say, yeah, I'd be willing to take another look. Here's what I know about people who have said no to network marketing, that have been involved before. They're going to get involved again. It's just a matter of when they're going to get involved again. It's just whoever's skillful enough in front of them to be able to do it. So let's give you another example. Person comes and I start talking to them and they say, Eric, is this network marketing? It's a pyramid. It's not even legal. It's not even real. It doesn't even work. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. You got a story. Tell me your story. What happened? Was it you? Was it somebody in your business? Was somebody in your family? Was it a friend? Well, it was somebody in my family. I saw their experience. I'm just like, not interested. I said, well, what happened? Tell me what happened in the family. Well, they got involved in the family and they just went around harassing everybody in the family. They just called them every 2 seconds. Every time we got a family gathering, it became a presentation. Now, it was pushy, salesy, and I'm not interested in pushy, salesy. I don't want to do that. When I go home, I do my thing. I got my job at work. I'm like, wow. That's like putting a bomb in the family, right? This person comes in and they just go crazy. They're like a brand new puppy running around the room, peeing in every corner. That's what happens sometimes inside of this. And I'm sorry that happened to you, and I'm sorry it made you feel uncomfortable. But do you think it might be a possibility that your family member or the group that they're with maybe just weren't trained properly? And because of that lack of training, they went around and they do this pushy stuff? Do you think it might be a possibility that inside of network marketing, there are professionals that carry themselves well, that aren't doing that crazy stuff? Yeah, it's possible. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever thought to be in business for yourself? Have you ever thought to be an entrepreneur? Well, yeah, I've thought about it. Have you ever done it? No, I haven't. Why haven't you? Well, I didn't have the money. I didn't have the time freedom. I didn't have a great product idea, right? Didn't have the skills. I said, well, what if there was a way, without doing all the crazy stuff that your family member did, to be able to go into business for yourself with very, very low risk, high upside, to be able to do it professionally, do it in the space that you have, in the time that you have, to be able to have the product taken care of for you, to be able to have the skills and support taken care of for you. You still have to work hard, but most of the support is taken care of for you, and it's something over 5 or 10 years you can build into something really valuable. And it wasn't all that salesy, pushy stuff. If I could show you that it wasn't that in the high level of success inside of network marketing, and I could show you that you could start a business and flex that entrepreneurial muscle that you've wanted to flex without creating a lot of risk, would you be at least willing to take another step, another look? 9 times out of 10, they're going to say yes. Now, see, I could do this with anything. I could, somebody says, whatever, nobody joined. I'm going to, I ask some questions. I'm going to listen. I'm going to relate. I'm going to tell stories. I'm going to talk to them a little bit. I'm going to build a bridge. I'm going to build rapport. I'm going to build relationship. Then I'm going to ask them the question. if I would you. If I could show you how to get what you want without the things that you didn't like, would you be willing to take the next step with me? Take a look. See, here's the thing. Professionals inside of network marketing, we're changing the way the whole profession is viewed around the world. If you have some skills, you can take someone who hated network marketing, somebody who attacked our profession, and now you're buddies, you're connected. And look, they may not join. It's not important whether they do or not, but at least you've been able to rinse that bad taste out of their mouth by being a professional and being a friend. Is that helpful? And I'm sure right now you're imagining, what will it be like to go through this with any haters you come across? Maybe you're starting to get a little excited about the prospect of hearing their stories. It's a pretty simple process, right? Listen, relate, tell stories, ask questions, right? Go through that process, and I assure you it works. If I Would You is amazing at the end. So do you feel more confident now? Are you ready for the next network marketing hater to come along? Or maybe even looking forward to it? Maybe you want to go find one? I love them. When they show up, I'm excited because I have an opportunity to build a relationship. An objection like this doesn't build a wall, creates an opportunity to build a bridge. And that's a very valuable skill. So let me ask you an important question. What if you were able to talk to any prospect and overcome any objection they threw at you? What if you were never afraid to encounter an objection again? What would that be worth to you? I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I need to think about it. I'm not a salesperson, and dozens of other common objections in network marketing. What would it feel like to master them all? Well, let me tell you, I'm really excited about this, about my Mastering Objections in Network Marketing course. In this course, you'll learn the mindset you'll need and the steps you can take so you never have to worry about any objection ever again. In Module 1, I call it Reframing Objections. In this module, you're going to learn to rewire your mind so that you view objections as a positive rather than something to be afraid of. In Module 2, I call it the 5 keys to success. I'm going to show you the 5 keys that will prepare you to overcome objections and lead you to success. Module 3, 4 steps to handling objections. These are the very steps I use and teach around the world for my highest paying clients. You can access them and immediately stop worrying about objections in your business. Now listen to me when I talk to you about this. Objections are going to be a part of your business for the rest of your career. If you don't learn how to master these fast, you're just going to spend more years suffering. Too many people say some will, some won't next, and they just move past a person too fast before they have an opportunity to at least understand what it is that they have. Their defense mechanism just like, oh, you're one of those people, I'm moving on. So I don't want you to be in that place. What I want you to do is I want you to master this objection. I want you to master every objection, and I want you to teach your team how to do the same thing so you move forward with confidence. So those first 3 modules, those are worth $397. That's a $397 value. That's 13 dinners at a restaurant. It's 40 movie tickets. Why not take a little bit of your disposable income and use it to invest in you? With this course, you're going to be able to overcome every objection your prospects are going to throw at you. You're going to be able to recruit more people. Would it be worth maybe missing a few nights out? Maybe worth changing a few priorities in order to be able to have that skill, to recruit those people, to overcome those objections, to make those friends? You get Module 1, Reframing Objections. Module 2, the 5 keys to success. Module 3, 4 steps to handling objections. That's a total value of $397, but that's not all. You'll also get a downloadable, comprehensive workbook to help you follow along, keep track of all the tips and the tactics you're going to learn. That's an additional value of $97. Now you might be thinking you already know what to say when a prospect presents you with an objection, but let me ask you a question. Do you know what to say when every single objection comes up? What if your prospect gives you an objection you haven't heard before? Will you know how to respond then? What's it going to be worth to you to go into every conversation with a prospect confident that you can overcome and help them and build a bridge no matter what objection they have? I'm offering you my Mastering Objections course with 3 modules valued at $397, a workbook valued at $97, and I have one more thing for you. I'm going to give you a special bonus module and downloadable scripts guidebook. This module uses role play to demonstrate how to handle over 20 of the most common objections and gives you the scripts we use in a downloadable PDF format. This bonus module and the scripts, it's a video module, and the scripts are valued at $497. How do you respond when your prospects say they don't have the money? They think it sounds too good to be true. They already have a good job. They don't want to bug their friends and family, or they need to pray about it. The bonus module in the scripts guidebook demonstrates how to use the 4 steps to handling objections in every one of these situations and many, many more. I encountered all of these objections at various times in my career. And if I had known that they could have all be overcome with this process, I would have saved years of stumbling through and being terrified of objections. You can skip over the years of fear and mistakes that I made. You could say goodbye to being afraid of objections. Say goodbye to losing out on prospects because you don't know how to respond to objections. With what you've learned in this webinar, you're already able to deal with any hater that you come across, but that's only one of the many objections you're going to face with recruiting. With the Mastering Objections course, you're going to be able to go one step further and overcome every objection under the sun. You'll no longer have to worry about how you're going to respond to your prospects. You get over 3 hours of video content with Module 1, Reframing Objections, Module 2, the 5 Keys to Success, Module 3, the 4 Steps to Handling Objections, all 3 valued at $397. The downloadable workbook for a value of $97, and the bonus module with the scripts and the guidebook valued at $497. For a total value of $997. Now just imagine if you went into each meeting with confidence instead of fear. Would it be worth it? If you're able to recruit just 5 more people because you were able to overcome their objections, would it be worth it? If you could show and teach your team how to overcome objections, would it be worth it? But since you're watching this webinar with me, I'm not going to charge you $997, even though it's worth it. I'm going to let you have everything I just described for only $97. It's a $900 savings. You're getting all 3 modules, the workbook, plus a bonus module with scripts guidebook for all of it for $97. I'm practically giving the course to you. I could charge you more. In fact, if you go directly to my website right now and search for this product, you'll see that I'm selling it for a much higher price. But because I know that you're invested in taking the time to master the skill, I'm offering it to you for only $97. So click on the link on this page right now and get my Mastering Objections course for $97. And because I'm so certain this course is going to help you, I'll give you my 100% money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied with the course, you can contact my support team within 30 days of your purchase and we'll refund your money. If you want to be able to talk to any prospect without worrying about what objections they might have, if you want to recruit more people to your team because you're able to overcome their objections, then my Mastering Objections course is for you. You're going to get the 3 modules valued at $397, the workbook valued at $97, the bonus module with downloadable scripts valued at $497, total value $997 for $97. But you've got to hurry. Here's the deal. I'm willing to make this super deep discount, but this offer is only available for the next hour. In just 60 minutes, this price is going up. So, with my Mastering Objections online training course, you're going to learn how to view objections in a more positive light so you're not afraid of them, the mindset necessary to succeed and overcome objections, the steps to use when a prospect presents you with an objection, and over 20 of the most common objections and how to respond to each one. You'll get the 3 modules valued at $397, the workbook valued at $97, the bonus module with downloadable scripts guidebook valued at $497, a total value of $997, but for 97 bucks. But this offer is only available for the next hour. So click on the link on this page right now and claim your Mastering Objections course. I'll see you on the other side. So that concludes our webinar, How to Deal with Network Marketing Haters. I hope you got value from it. I hope you've changed your posture a bit when it comes to network marketing haters. I hope you feel a bit more confident when it comes to dealing with network marketing haters. And understand, take some notes. I hope you've taken some notes so you can have a little bit of a framework to be able to practice. Here's the best practice. Go find some network marketing haters and get into a conversation. Have some practice with that, right? Go through that and learn. And you're gonna get to the stage where I am today, where you're looking forward to it, where it's fun, okay? To be able to help a person, to be able to educate a person, to be able to liberate a person, and maybe even introduce them to your business. Open their minds. We help blind people see. We educate the uneducated when it comes to our network marketing profession. So that's what it's all about. And if you decide to take advantage of the offer that I presented to you on this webinar, I hope you make that decision. It's going to help you a lot. Your ongoing development, you are your number one investment. There's no investment on earth that'll pay you more over time than investing in you, your mindset, your skills, your coaching, your advancement. You're worth it, okay? So whether you take advantage of that or whatever the other things that we do free online, just know that I'm your friend. I'm here to support you. I'm proud of what you do in the network marketing profession. Together, we're doing important work. Everybody have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.